Good morning, good afternoon, and or evening, and welcome back to the Den, and to another Marvel Rivals video. This one over the season 5.0, almost said 4.5, Devlog. That's right, we're going to be hearing from Guang and Zeong on what's going to be coming up with the new season. So, what are they going to be talking about? What's going to be coming up? Who's going to be the new hero? I don't know. Fortunately, I've been able to avoid spoilers so far. I was actually looking for this video last week, but popped up yesterday on me, so I do apologize I didn't get it out yesterday, but gonna be getting it out for today, kind of changing up plans. The video I had planned for today you're gonna be seeing tomorrow. So other than that, no real bit of housekeeping I need to go through, but I do want to take a moment here real quick before we watch the season 5.0 devlog to say that so far season 4 has been my favorite. Got two great heroes, got a new flyer, a new tank. I'm loving Daredevil. He's freaking awesome. I absolutely just love playing as Daredevil. And we got the Marvel Zombies game mode, the PvE mode. So far, season 4 has been my favorite. It's not that the others are bad, but it's, a little bit of variation in between them, but overall they're on an upwards trajectory of just making seasons better overall, especially with the delivery of the chrono tokens, challenges, new game modes, new heroes. Doing a great job. I guess there will always be controversy about balancing changes, and of course you guys know me, I'd rather see more team ups than not, but we can't be having too many floating around. I understand that. So what are Guang and Zeong going to be telling us? Let's get into it, and let's find out, shall we? Love is a battlefield.
Hello everyone, Guang here.
Hey Guang.
It's great to see you all again.
It's good to see Guang too.
Welcome to Season 5 of Marvel Rivals. This season centers on Mr. and Mrs. X.
Okay, Mr. and Mrs. X. I'm going to turn Guang up here just a wee bit. I apologize.
Gambit and Lord, after the entanglement interrupted their dream wedding.
Oh, I'm going to have to tell Miss LeBeau after I've watched this. Oh my gosh, she's probably already watched it, but Gambit and Rogue.
To make up for the disruption, Gambit has planned a honeymoon full of surprises for Rogue.
Okay, always love seeing Guang here. But I just want to take a look at what they're showing as the art style for Gambit and Rogue, at least from what we can see here. I do see a lot of like 90s X-Men vibes in here, at least with the outfit, and a lot of, from the comics too. And then Gambit over here, not used to seeing him with his sleeves rolled up, so that's new, but the rest of it's looking like classic Gambit from the, from comics and the 90s animated series. So, wait, is that a dice? That's like a D20 right there in his hand. Why has he got a D20 and not cards? Anyways, let's get into it.
But when their journey leads to a world built by the elders of the universe, can their love survive the ultimate cosmic test? For Season 5, Gambit joins Marvel Rivals. Gambit is a master strategist, blending kinetic energy.
Mon ami, I love you, but strategist?
Control with his iconic playing cards, agile movement, and expert combat skills to create a unique play style. In battle, he can combine his Colombian enhanced cards to unlock kinetic shifting to heal allies, cleanse negative effects, or deal damage, knocking back enemies and applying anti-heal. When teammates need help or foes rush in, Gambit can channel energy into his staff, using nimble movement and martial arts to take down threats. When activating his ultimate ability, Gambit launches kinetic charged aces at all nearby allies, supercharging their jump abilities and adding explosive power to their attacks. Season 5 also introduces a thrilling new mode, 18 vs 18, Conquest, Annihilation. 36 players will catch in the all-new Grand Garden map, promising epic chaos and unforgettable fun. This mode goes live after the update on November 27th. We hope you enjoy it. We are also adding a placement system to competitive mode starting in Season 5, with more details coming soon from Ziyong.
I hate you, YouTube. So, just to take a moment real quick, because usually I pop in between sections. That's the usual format for these, right? Gambit Rogue are getting married! Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't know. 90s, the cartoon, you just always really wanted it, and well, now we're getting it, right? At least I don't remember getting married in the 90s animated series, but yes, Gambit Rogue! We're gonna be getting Gambit Rogue! Oh my gosh, I can't. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so great. So great. Oh my gosh. Miss LeBeau is definitely gonna be happy because Rogue's coming in, and now we're getting Gambit and Rogue. Now, Gambit being a strategist, a little bit weird, but it seems like they're doing some really cool things, at least from what we saw there in the little bit of animation that they played, and from what we saw or heard from Guang Guang talking about his abilities. It seems that he's gonna kind of be a sort of like a damage support mix, like a damage healer mix, right? That's going to kind of be his strategy thing. You know, he might be something more like an anti-dive support, right? Also, it sounds like he's going to be giving buffs to his allies, so he may not necessarily have the most healing abilities, but maybe we're getting someone that's got like a lot of different ways to buff their team. That'd be kind of cool. We do have Mantis that has the ability to buff, but it's just like the one kind of buff. We have some other supports that can also buff their team, but we don't really have like a lot of ways on one person. Like, we don't have the Luna Snow of buffs, if that makes any sense. Like, Luna's got multiple different ways she can heal, booster healing, etc. Snowflake, but we don't have anyone that gives out a lot of buffs that kind of does that kind of thing, right? But that's enough for me. Now we're going to be getting to new non-combat map. Non-combat map. I wonder what this is going to be about. Let's find out.
Season 5 brings you the grand debut of New York's Times Square. This is a long combat map that can host up to 100 players.
Oh, it's like a social
Hang
hub.
out, dance, watch videos, read books, and let your imagination run wild. We've seen so many fun, friendly meetups in the Doom match, Second Centurion map, so we wanted to give everyone a dedicated space for socializing
and relaxing,
and sharing cool moments outside of battle.
As the avatars of your heroes. Okay, not a whole lot here. They're basically giving us like a social hub map, if you will, right? It's kind of like if you've ever played certain kinds of like MMOs, you can load into an area and that's like a social hub, and then you got to go out of that area to do other stuff. This seems like that's kind of going to be what they're doing with it, which is really cool, at least from a social aspect. Definitely going to be cool for people to be able to hang out, see different skins, maybe find teammates to do stuff, who knows? Showing off emotes, stuff from previous seasons that maybe new players don't have, right? So a little bit of peacocking, a little bit of strutting, but I don't know, I just think I think that's going to be kind of cool overall. I don't really see that like messing with like player numbers and queues or anything, so it seems like it's going to be a value add with no negatives. But let's see what the anniversary celebration is about.
Happy anniversary, Rivals! Season 5 marks the first anniversary of Marvel Rivals, a milestone for us and for all of you, our players. After the November 27th update, you can join our anniversary event to earn 2,500 units and a free legendary Jeff costume.
Ooh.
We are also rolling out a series of exclusive anniversary costumes.
gonna have to see him in game. I'm gonna have to see him in game. I don't know if I like what they're doing to Magic here, making her all fuzzy and stuff, but I don't know. We'll have to see him in game. We'll have to see him in game.
From Marvel Rivals styles, looks to community-inspired outfits, and even cake party-themed costumes. We hope you love them as much as we do.
It's like a cake.
This anniversary is a celebration of our journey together, and the start of many more adventures ahead.
Can't wait. It's been so great that Marvel Rivals has been out about a year. I was actually thinking of just kind of changing things up with it a little bit, but, well, with something I was thinking about doing, but I don't know if I will. But it is exciting for Rivals to be coming up on its 1-year anniversary. I can't believe I've basically been playing and making content on this game for almost a year. It's wild. I never thought I would like settle into a game like that, but Rivals has kind of been that game for me. And they do a really great job. Apparently, if you look on YouTube, the competitive scene might be in a spot of trouble, so maybe NetEase or the Rivals team kind of needs to look at that, dig down into it, because if they launched with a competitive scene, like they launched with ranked and competitive and doing tournaments. So I don't want to, even though that's not something I engage with like a whole lot, like comp, but placement matches are probably going to get me into doing that. But you know, haven't engaged with it a whole lot over the last couple seasons, so even though I haven't been the most interested in it, I don't want to see that part of the game get neglected. And the general sentiment from what I can see, the competitive scene needs a little bit of love, right? Needs a little bit of love. So I do want to see them get that, but other than that, they've been doing a great job for a whole year, and I'm excited for the 1-year anniversary. I'm excited to see what they do as far as the events, the costumes. It's gonna be birthday stuff. It's gonna be weird. Cupcake people. But let's see what they're gonna be doing with cross progression.
Season 5 also launches our cross-platform progression feature. Huge thanks to everyone who tested this in Season 4.5. Your feedback has helped us make Marvel Rivals better than ever.
Cross progression, cross play, cross purchase. Always 2 thumbs up. New accessories. I like the ones they got so far.
Adding a new batch of adorable accessories for Gambit.
Well, we gotta call them adorable.
Torch, Magic, Mantis, Wolverine, Phoenix, Thor.
Oh, that's a big list.
Moon Knight, and Star-Lord. All available with
Cyclops plushie. Oh my god, seriously?
Season 5 rotates in 10 new costumes and MVPs for verified college student players.
Oh, they got some good ones.
If you are in college, make sure to verify with your school email and claim these awesome perks.
Stop spending.
I love how they do stuff. Oh, hey, look, it's a Marvel Rivals ad and a Marvel Rivals video. That's pretty cool. But I love how they do stuff specifically for college kids. I love that, how they kind of try to give them extra free stuff. I love that. It's always a great thing. New accessories, always going to be a great thing. Can we just maybe not call them adorable, call them like cool or something, you know? It's like superheroes, man. Like, they're cool, right? They ain't adorable. Yeah. Anyways, PvE mode. Permanent PvE. Oh my gosh, I was going to be talking about this in the video that was supposed to come out today, but it's going to be coming out tomorrow, so got more thoughts there. What we get? Come on.
After hard work and a little health sacrifice from Ziyong, we finally launched our first ever PvE mode for Halloween, Marvel Zombies.
So good.
This was a huge challenge, especially with only 6 months of development. We pushed limits with over 200 zombies on screen and supercharged our heroes for an over-the-top superhero experience. This presented enormous challenges both technically and in terms of gameplay design. It's just the beginning. We know there's room to improve. With a reused map, only 5 playable heroes, and just a few zombie types, there are still bugs and performance tweaks needed too. But we've seen your enthusiasm and feedback, and we promise to keep investing in PvE. More heroes, more maps, more themes are coming. It will take time, but next year, expect much more from us in this front. And now, I will hand it over to Zhiyong for updates on Season 5's team-up ability adjustments, balance changes, and details about the new competitive placement system.
Before we get over here to Zeong real quick, how you doing, Zeong? I'm glad to see that it doesn't look like you lost any hair, so I'm glad that didn't happen. 6 months, they did that in 6 months. Man, I figured that was something they were building for longer than that. Dude, and it was. You could get crazy superhero power fantasies going on in there with the various characters. It was really well done, really awesome. Again, more thoughts in the video coming out tomorrow. But yeah, I hope they do more of this. And if they get more time, that more time will allow them to add in more heroes, or maybe make things even crazier, or have even more bad guys on the screen. Hey, I say take it. I say go for it. But now, this is going to be a bit of a longer section. Zeong, he doesn't try to be long-winded, but he's got a lot of stuff he's got to go over. So, let's see what we're getting in terms of balancing changes, team-ups, all the technical kind of stuff.
Hey, rivals.
Hey,
it's
Zeong.
me, Zhiyong, back again. Time really flies. Halloween
Yeah, it does,
is
doesn't it?
already behind us. And I hope you all found your own happiness, both in the game and out in the real world.
Just take a second. It hit me today that we're like 2 weeks almost into November, and I was like, wasn't Halloween just last week? So, yeah, it's been flying.
The brand new Season 5 is just around the corner. And it's a big one for us because, with your support, Marvel Rivals is celebrating its first anniversary. As Guang Guang mentioned earlier, we've prepared tons of new content, and we can't wait for you to experience it all. Now, let me walk you through what's changing with team-up abilities, balance adjustments, and major improvements to ranked.
Okay, what we got? Dynamic evolution of team-up abilities. Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing with team-ups?
We've noticed many of you miss some of our classic team-up abilities, like Magneto's metallic fusion. In Season 5, we are bringing some back in new forms. We are also exploring ways to give a certain role more possibilities through team-ups.
Your connections to the
Okay, I'm excited for this. And YouTube, what the absolute...
Gambit is the anchor of this team-up, charging Magneto's Great Sword with kinetic energy. When Magneto activates this team-up ability, his primary attack is replaced by launching a kinetic charge Great Sword. On impact, it explodes, damaging enemies and ejecting unstable kinetic energy for a delayed second hit. Cloak and Dagger as the team-up anchor empower Hawkeye's Kanata with light and dark energy. When Hawkeye uses his Crackson Slash, it knocks enemies back and fires a light and dark energy wave that passes through allies and enemies. It heals and buffs teammates it hits, while damaging and applying anti-heal to enemies.
Okay, Hawkeye
Moon
gonna
Knight
come
is
up.
the anchor here. When Blade and Moon Knight team up, Khonshu's power blesses and protects Blade. Activating the team-up ability lets Blade dash forward,
Is this from Zombies?
slashing enemies with the sword of Dracula. At the end of the dash, Blade unleashes several quick sword strikes, each launching a Moonblade projectile that bounces and damages enemies.
Oh, that's kind of like what he does in Zombies. Okay, so new team-ups, always a good thing. We're going to have to check them out. Now we're getting to the adjustments to existing team-ups. Hopefully we don't see a whole bunch leave. We probably are going to see some, but hopefully we don't lose that many. I want more team-ups.
Lunar Force and Operation Microchip
Okay,
are
Groot
being
and Mantis
retired.
is staying fine.
Magneto is being removed from mental projection, and Hawkeye is
Okay.
out of cheering assault.
Makes sense.
Primal Flame is seeing the addition of Black Widow. Black Widow's
I'm gonna back it up here just a second.
pulses and damages enemies.
Sorry, I'm just backing up a little bit.
Lunar Force and Operation Microchip are being retired.
Okay,
Magneto
just two.
is being removed from mental projection,
Okay,
and Hawkeye is out of cheering assault.
makes sense. They got new
Primal
team-ups.
Flame is seeing the addition of Black Widow.
Ooh.
Black Widow's bullets can now be empowered by Phoenix Force, letting her switch between regular and Phoenix bullets in combat. Phoenix bullets kill allies and damage enemies in an area.
Do they add
but can't
sparks?
crit against enemies.
Do they add sparks for Phoenix? Doesn't look like it. Balance adjustments. Okay, here's the big section.
As Season 4.5 comes to a close, all the ongoing balance changes and new team-up abilities have really shaken up the meta. First off, with Ultron and Human Torch getting nerfed, battles shifted from vertical, high-flying skirmishes to more intense ground combat.
Yeah.
This made it a bit easier for players to process information during matches. But with Angela and Devil joining the roster, there's now a bigger emphasis on awareness, teamwork, and positioning.
Yep.
Team comp diversity was up this season, with
Ooh.
buffs to Jeff and Venom's ultimates, and the new team-up ability for Hela and Namor. Lineups built around Venom, Jeff, Hela, and Hela Namor have become some of the hottest picks.
I have seen a lot
The
of help.
triple strategies lineup is still holding strong, even after Ultron's nerf, with Adam, Mantis, and Jeff as key picks. For
Glad to see
Vanguard,
Mantis and Adam get
Emma
more.
Frost and Magneto are still the backbone of many teams,
Yep.
and Doctor Strange's buff Maelstrom of Madness has made him a solid choice. Venom, Captain America, Angela, Penny Parker, and Groot also stay competitive. Among duelists, Phoenix and Black Panther are no longer as dominant after several rounds of adjustments, while Hela
I don't think
is
I've
back
seen
in the spotlight.
Panther in a while.
Star-Lord, Psylocke, Namor, Winter Soldier, and Moon Knight have all been performing well.
Yep, and
The
I've been
new
seeing some of those
hero
more.
Daredevil, along with Iron Fist and Magic, have also stood out this season.
Good to see Iron
With
Fist back.
flying heroes taking a
Magic.
backseat, Duelist picks were more varied and flexible than ever. And for strategists, Jeff, Invisible Woman, and Mantis continue to shine. Whether it's Jeff providing flanking pressure and support, or Invisible Woman and Mantis leading the charge, strategists are now playing a bigger role in breaking through enemies' lines and helping their teams succeed.
Okay, so heard a lot of good stuff in there, right? And I do want to say there have been heroes getting picked, and I've been seeing heroes some more that we haven't been seeing for a while. And I don't like seeing heroes get brought down, but apparently Phoenix needed it from the data and everybody else, right? Me personally, I thought she was fine. I have played a couple of matches with her recently, and she still feels good. She's still powerful, but I do have to say she doesn't feel just as spammy, right? That's been my biggest thing, is she's not just constant spammy like you can do with Penny. I've been loving seeing the variety of different heroes being picked. I've loved seeing Mantis come back some in the supports. Haven't really seen Mantis a whole lot the last couple of seasons, but I love seeing her back. I love seeing there be more options. I love seeing strategists having to function in breaking through enemy lines. I do like all that, because there's been times in previous seasons you could break through, an enemy's line without supports. They take out your supports quick and you're still able to pull it off. This season, they have felt pretty necessary in those pretty hectic and just full team clashes. And that is a good thing to see. Now, I will say that Magneto and Strange have been really good tank picks ever since Season 0. It's good to see the classics come around, but I'm also glad to see that we're getting different varieties of tanks like Angela that can also be picked a lot and function really well in other ways. It's good to see our skirmishers come back, even though Cap doesn't really get any buffs from being part of a team up anymore, it's good to see him still playing like he usually does. Good old Cap, old reliable. I don't want to see him go away. But now let's look at the roadmap for Season 5.0.
Beyond the standout heroes from Season 4.5, we are also keeping a close eye on the rest of the roster and have plans for more adjustments in Season 5. First, we will be giving most Vanguards a boost in team utility, making their roles more balanced and versatile. This includes upgrades for heroes like the Thing, Hawk, Penny
Ooh,
Parker,
Cap's getting buffed. That's
and
good.
Captain America, expanding their value to the team. For example,
I know I said Cap is functioning kind of like he usually does, but everybody else is kind of getting a buff from somewhere a little above kind of just their normal baseline. Cap is at his normal baseline and still functioning really well, but well, people are picking a lot of Emma, and people are picking a lot of Groot, and people are picking a lot of Strange and Mag and Penny, and just not Cap as tanks, picking Angela as kind of the skirmisher, quick mover of a tank, Hulk. I want to see Cap be picked a little more often, right? As the character by itself is functioning well, but in relation to everything else, everybody else is getting some kind of a little bit of a up, a little bit of a buff. So hopefully Cap gets at least team up buffs back.
Captain America's ultimate will now help allies charge their own ultimates faster.
Ooh,
And
dang.
teammates will be able
Hell
to
yeah.
kill while on Penny Parker's webs. When it
Oh,
comes
nice.
to duelists, we've noticed that heroes like Wolverine and Spider-Man have been struggling a bit.
Depending on who
they
plays
will be getting buffs this season.
Okay.
Wolverine will become more threatening to Vanguards,
Ooh.
while Spider-Man's combos will feel smoother and more consistent. For strategists, Loki is getting a target boost to keep him competitive
He got
within
hit too
his
hard.
role, and Cloak and Dagger will see their survivability slightly improved.
Okay.
This isn't all. There are plenty
puzzled,
more balance
but okay.
updates coming, so be sure to check out our upcoming balance patch notes. We will also be releasing the Season 4.5 hero pick and win race variation.
There's that love for
In
the
Season
competitive
5,
scene.
we've made a series of improvements to rank play based on your feedback, including placement matches, team size adjustments,
Team
and
size
reward
adjustments.
changes, all aimed at creating a better experience.
Okay, this might get me back into comp.
With placement matches, your rank will no longer reset to a fixed tier each season. Instead, you will play 10 placement matches in competitive mode each season to determine your starting rank. When participating in the placement matches, you will be assigned an initial rank based on a conversion of your rank at the conclusion of the previous season. Since Season 5.0 marks the transition to this new system, your initial rank for placements will be determined by taking into account your highest rank from Season 0 to 3 and your final rank from Season 4. Please note that this isn't just a straight carryover of your highest rank,
Okay,
but rather
didn't
a
think it would
balanced
be.
calculation. If you don't have an eligible previous rank, you will be treated as a new player, and the system will assign you a starting rank for placements. After your 10 placement matches, your results, along with your initial calculated rank, will decide your starting position for the new season. The more matches you win, the closer you will be to your previous season's rank. If
Makes
you
sense.
go undefeated, you can even place higher.
Ooh.
Each season, you only need to complete 10 placement matches. If you finish them in the first half of the season, you will keep the rank in the second half. If you don't complete placements in the first half, you will need to finish them in the second half to qualify for rank rewards.
Uh-huh. Gotta do your placements, makes sense. Team Q optimizations.
We've made improvements to team queue size. If everyone in your team is Grandmaster rank or below, you can queue as 2, 3, 4, or even 6 players. However, if anyone in your team is Celestial, Eternity, or top 500, your team size will be kept at 2 players. You can team up for placement matches, but if anyone in your team hasn't finished their placements, you can only queue as up to 3 players. If multiple restrictions apply, the strictest rules will take effect. For example,
Awesome.
if you have 1 player in placement matches and 1 as Celestial rank, your team can only queue as a duo.
Because that's the harsher one. Gotcha. Okay, let's see about these reward adjustments.
Gold rank costume rewards will work just like before. If you reach gold and play 10 matches in Season 5.0, you will receive your reward when Season 5.5 launches. If you don't meet the requirement in Season 5.0, you can still earn it by reaching gold and playing 10 matches in Season 5.5, and you will receive 2 costumes at the end of the season. This system will continue in future seasons. Next, for nameplate frames and Crest of Honor, these rewards will no longer be split between the first and second half of each season. Instead, there will be just one set of rewards for the entire Season 5, distributed after Season 5.5 ends, as long as you meet the rank and match requirements. This means that there will be only one set of nameplate, friends, and Crest of Honors per season moving forward. Season 4.5 rewards
I don't know if that's
won't
good or
be
bad.
affected and will be distributed as usual. We hope these changes, along with placement matches, will reduce the pressure of grinding for high ranks and give you more flexibility in planning your club. There are a lot of rank changes in this season, especially with the new placement system. So be sure to check our upcoming updates notes for all the details. Ignite the battle.
Ignite the battle. All right. Guys, I have to say, there's a lot of great things that we're hearing in there. There's a lot of great stuff that's going to be coming in the new season. Most especially, a new hero, right? That's always a great thing to see. And with placement matches and some of the other changes that they've made in previous seasons, I think it's time I get off my keister and get back into comp and at least check it out for the placement matches, right? So that's going to be a lot of great stuff that's going to be coming. And we're going to be able to check it out this coming Friday on the 14th? Yes, the 14th. Had to look at the calendar. 14th of November the 14th, 2025. We are cordially invited to the greatest love story of all time, Gambit and Rogue. Okay, not the greatest, but it's up there, right? It's definitely like up there. It's you know, at minimum top 5. I'd say top 3, but minimum top 5. Anyways, I'm excited to see what the new hero is going to bring. I'm going to be excited to see how Gambit functions in terms of like damage and support and the buffs. I'm going to be excited to see some of these new modes come out, and can't wait for PvE to be sticking around. I don't know if I'll be checking out the social map. I might pop in there for a few minutes, but that doesn't really pull me, you know? And other than that, I can't wait to see what else they're going to have us do. Of course, we're going to get a bunch of challenges, chrono tokens, battle pass, and that's going to be exciting to see what kind of cool stuff we get on that. So do join me this Friday for Friday Night Rivals, where we're going to be checking a lot of that stuff out. I will try to have the A Dirty Casual Tries Gambit game recorded before the stream. I will try. But if I don't, I won't be playing as Gambit on the stream. But my goal is to have that done so I can be playing as Gambit on the stream some. Kind of bouncing around between a few different things. Other than that, guys, I do want to say thank you very much for coming out and thank you for watching. Do not forget to let me know what you think in the comment section down below. That is going to be one of the biggest things, is hearing what you guys think. What do you think of Gambit coming in? Are you excited for Rogue? What are your theories on what Rogue is going to be? Do you like these changes that are happening to the competitive scene? Do you like the new batch of accessories that we're going to be getting? Do you like the kind of, you know, love is a battlefield, we are cordially invited to a wedding kind of theme? What kind of costumes do you think we're going to be getting for other stuff outside of what we saw for like the anniversary and the birthday? And how excited are you guys going to be able to get 2,500 units from the anniversary stuff, which could easily get you a really good costume without you having to pay any money for it? So let me know in those comment sections down below. While you're down there, make sure to hit subscribe, share this around to help it out, and of course, I will see you in the next one. But most importantly, have a wonderful rest of your day.